Welcome to the podcast. So this month's podcast is a big one, not just due to the number of people and the one podcast that we have, but also because of who they are. So during Simple Music Festival last year, the Polish contingent was out in full force. There was a free slot, and they Clash the Titans battle, and since there wasn't a Polish regional, they really came out to win. So they brought Chemlix, Krotki, Vazee, and PacOne. They all jumped in a car with Steve Nash and drove over to Berlin. And as an added treat, CutManDoo also came along and hung out for the weekend. So obviously I couldn't pass up the opportunity to speak with them, so I headed over early after the big night of the battle at Sample Music Festival and woke them up. So we had a chance to sit down and kind of talk about the Polish scene, how they all got into scratching, their kind of group's numerous battles and wins and wars, if you will. Really good guys. It was a super fun conversation. So please remember to support the podcast by downloading the Playground app. There's some free beats from your favorite producers and scratch nerds. Lots of free beats. And you can support the artists, of course, by subscribing and using their maps, and the money will go to them. So for the performance intro here, I picked out a clip actually from Steve Nash Orchestra. I figured most people are familiar with the battle and the kind of classic videos from all these guys, so I went the opposite direction with the choice. For those who haven't seen it, Steve Nash put together an orchestral piece featuring turntablists, him playing piano and doing some drumming, finger drumming, and keys playing, and showcased it live. It's a really cool performance, and there's also a wonderful documentary that went along with it where I've gotten this clip from. So please check out the descriptions and the links for the full documentary and some of the other stuff we talk about in the podcast. It should all be there. That's it. Let's get into it. Enjoy. So I came and woke you guys up. I got PacOne, Steve Nash, and the man CutManDoo, who you may have seen with the tape machines, of course, in the past. And we got Krotki with the sound effects hiding in the other bed. You should jump above him, man. This is Scratch Summer Camp. It's not Stress Summer Camp until you're in the bunk bed. Come on, hop up there. I don't have enough chairs anyways. Nah, you don't need to put your pants on. They don't care. Nobody cares.
I got such a big dick that will fucking fly. Everybody will now make pictures like, oh, Krotki, put your dick on my fucking elbow. You know, that's what it said.
Is that a leg or?
A third one.
Is it a small chimmer leg?
Yeah, is that a small baby punching the air? Or?
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, we wait for him anyways. So yeah, so the idea I had for the podcast was just to like sit with people and talk about the history, where it came from. And when I told Damien about it, he was like, "Oh, dude, I'll have PacOne there. He'll have 3 generations of scratch dudes, you know." He's like PacOne, then me, then Vazee, and so yeah, that's why I wanted to bug you guys. And then of course the added bonus of the other boys visiting. Can he climb down without banging the camera? Yes, he can.
He's coming.
You climbing down to climb up, man. You gotta get up on the bunk then. Yeah, you make space. Hey, he's back. All right, the man Damien is off le toilet.
Tu można jeszcze zrobić łóżkowe miejsce.
O, łóżkowe.
Łóżkowe miejsce zróbmy, normalnie.
Damon's the quiet speaker, so I think he needs to be in the middle there, closest to the mic.
Ale...
Nice one. Yeah, he'll do his thing. You think he's in the toilet as well. Yeah, so anyway, so I was about to ask PacOne how he first touched
Yeah, it's my first time.
turntables. My first time.
No, when I touched first time, I thought it
Yeah,
was
or
20
how
years
it
ago.
happened.
It was about 20 years ago, 98
98.
or something, yeah. But I wasn't I wasn't first in Poland. There were a couple of guys who did like 5 years before. Mr. Crime, DMC, Dash Strugis, DJ Sand. Lots of them.
Yeah.
I was the second generation of Polish scratchers, yeah.
And like who like was like, hey, try this out, or who gave you access to try it? Because usually you don't have equipment. There's always somebody.
Yeah, we didn't
who,
have equipment. We didn't have internet. Yeah, we had internet, of course, but
yeah, it was really early days internet. Anyways, it was slow, right?
there wasn't so many movies and
Yeah.
So only one way we could do that is go to some battles, organize battles by ourselves, yeah, things like that.
Yeah, but then like, I don't know, if you go all the way to the very beginning, you like saw scratching somewhere, or what I mean? What made you go, yeah, I want to try that? Like, what was the first time you put your hands, on like a mixer and turntable? Do you remember? Like, or was it you have a friend or someone who was like,
Yes,
doing it?
Yeah, my friend, because we were skaters, yeah.
Yeah.
We had a lot of skateboard movies from States, and one of them was the New York mixtape.
Yeah, that was super dope.
Yeah.
Harold Hunter and all that. Yeah.
And then I met DJ Sand from Gdańsk, and he was like first guy who got the turntables, proper turntables techniques, yeah.
Yeah.
And that was my first time.
Nice.
We went for some skateboard contest to Gdańsk,
Uh-huh.
and I met him, and that's this is how it starts.
And then you said about throwing battles, like you were throwing battles, you and your friends, or like was there someone else in your area?
We were organizing some local battles, like turntable scratch contest.
But what city was that?
Torun.
And Torun, okay.
Yeah, Torun, this town where we live.
Yeah.
Our hometown.
So what was the first battle you threw? Do you remember, like, or the first battle you entered even, like?
2004. Yeah, 2004 turntable contest. 2004. Yeah.
2004. And that was what'd you place? Do you remember? How'd you do?
Yeah, I had first in scratch, and first in advancement. Yeah.
Yeah.
I was winning everything back then. I remember that.
Yeah.
It was like
What is advancement?
it was the other
technical, like a beat juggling, scratch, all the
Alright.
techniques. Yeah.
I remember
Yeah.
I just
Killer man.
met all the guys back then, and I remember going to this battle, and like he was standing out really. It was visible, yeah.
Yeah, it was clear.
Everyone was doing like chips and some baby scratches and transform, and he was already doing like chip flares and 2 clicks, and I was like, yeah, this guy's good. I have to watch him.
And now we're here.
And are you guys around the same age? Or were you know, like you're in this, how big is Turin? How many people are living in Turin?
200,000.
220.
200,000, yeah. So it's kind of a smaller town. Like you know, you see each other around, or you weren't in school together or anything like that?
No,
No. It's
He's older than me.
Yeah, what's the age difference? So
5-6 years.
yeah,
years,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And then so your first battle, you get first in multiple categories. It's not bad.
And he thrown the battle as well, so.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy. Right?
No.
He picked the judges. They're all on the pay. Yeah. No, yeah. That must have been
we're
pretty
from
exciting.
different cities, so.
Yeah.
But the scene in Poland is, everybody knows each other.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
Yeah, I remember when I was
Przyszło.
talking to Krotki. The man himself. Hold on, let's get a picture of that shirt off. Let's get a picture of that shirt off.
show us your towel. Towel dance.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Vazee
Vazee.
just came in a little late. He's trying to hide behind CutManDoo.
Show me your titties.
Hey.
No.
Alright, I'll put the camera back. Yoink. Yeah, alright.
Zaczęliście beze mnie, tak? Nie powiedzieliście, o dawajcie, poczekamy na Waziego, tylko zaczęliście. Super,
Dojdziemy do trzeciego pokolenia.
super.
That's what you don't see in scratch battles. Vazee with his belly out. Oh, yeah, so we're getting back to those first battles. So then Damien, you saw him in those first battles, right? When did you how did that happen for you? For the scratching. So you were going there in 2004, so you started when, do you think?
Around the time, maybe a year later, but I remember that I got to know all the crew, all DJs from Torrent,
Yeah.
and then I started to hang out with them a little bit, and then I was skateboarding too. So
Yeah.
I remember PacOne was working at the skate shop, and he had his turntables there. I
Ah,
was
yes.
going there and pretending to browse clothes, and I was secretly listening and looking at what he was doing. And then my friend, my old friend, came back from Holland, and I rented him a room in my
In your
house.
flat?
Yeah, and he brought turntables. So it was like natural for me to go from drums to turntables. It was like
Yeah.
I got back into hip hop because I was into hip hop like before. Then I got into punk rock when I was skateboarding.
Yeah.
And I got back into hip hop, and turntables were like natural, for me to switch from the drums. So yeah, but actually first time I touched the turntable was we ran out of school with my friends. We went to one of our friends' flats, and his brother had a turntable and a mixer, his older brother, and he left his room open.
Yeah.
And we went in, and I remember a few weeks before I saw the Beastie Boys video with 3 MCs and 1 DJ.
Yeah.
And I was so amazed by Mixmaster doing the beat.
drum scratches. Yeah.
And I wanted to try it so hard, and then I had the opportunity at my friend's house, and I was like, give me some drum beats, I need some drums, I want to try something. And I tried to do some drumming, and I was like, oh, this isn't that hard, I think I could do it.
Yeah.
And then actually I forgot about it, I got back to drums, and then my friend rented I rented him the room, and that's how it started. I was cutting every time he went out of his, my house. He went somewhere, I was just in his room and fucking cutting
Nice.
secretly, because he was a jealous guy.
Yeah,
He saw
yeah.
that I'm learning quick, so he didn't want to let me to practice, But then he went to Sweden for some job for 2 months.
Uh-huh.
And left the turntables at my place. So
Yeah.
after those 2 months, I was doing already some chirp flares and stuff like that, and he was like, okay, you can do it, you're good.
So how did you who was showing you chirp flare? How did you know
Qbert actually.
Yeah, so
DIY videos.
The DIY videos. Yeah, okay. That's
we
tight.
had the whole season or something.
Yeah.
We watched
Okay,
it over
okay.
and over and tried everything.
Yeah, because it was just to be suddenly then I was just doing chirp flare. Well, then who the hell told you how to do a chirp flare? How did you find out what that was even? Yeah.
Yeah, Hubert.
Scratch your seal.
Nice. And drums, when did you start drums?
When I was 13 or 14.
Yeah,
something
yeah.
like that.
So, and when you're 13 and 14, you're into punk rock? Or
Yeah.
yeah. Same here as well. Like
Yeah,
skateboarding, punk rock,
Yeah,
and hip hop.
I always, since I was a kid, I wanted to live in California and become a surfer actually,
Yeah.
and a skateboarder. That was my like dream of a lifetime.
Nice. Man.
Won't happen
Nice.
actually, but
Nice. So then, I guess we get over to Krotki there. How did it happen for you, man? What was your discovery process?
Actually, it was because of the hip hop music at the very beginning. It was like 1998 when we start a little bit scratching. We just get from the house like the old belt drive turntable called Artur.
Yeah,
Something like that. It was like, we
Made in
just get
Poland.
this postcard record, we just cut it, and then we were scratching, just get the two tape decks, like one cast track in here and another cast track in here, and we just play Kaliber 44, it's like the Polish hip hop band, and on the one cassette player, and we make a scratching and recorded all the scratching on the different tape deck, and it was like, that was the very beginning at the basement of my friend. And then came like year 2000, my friend just came from Germany. He bought like 2 turntables, a stage line and a mixer as well. And then I just fall in love, like definitely, because that was the first time that I saw like the full set. And I go over there to him and I saw him scratching and I said, man, this is fucking amazing. I really want to do it. And I was waiting like 5 years, just watching the videos, like getting pumped, like all this 5 years I was like, watching the videos, download everything from Casa because there was no, other way to get the stuff about DJing. The first movie was, I think DJ Hubert, one of his like crazy
Turntable
videos.
TVs.
Yeah, something like that. Probably that was from the DMC, when he's
92.
he has his like special performance on DMC. I don't know which one, but he has like this T-shirt with the chicken, yeah, and he's like making this, and he is making this routine, all that.
95, you said?
Yeah, something like that. And when I saw this video, I'm just, I was so impressed, and my God, I need to get this turntable. And when I was on university, a friend of mine asked me if I want to go to England to get some money. And it was
to work or to get
2005.
we're gonna get some money.
I got some money to go for a walk and get some money. I was like thinking only maybe 5 seconds, and I said, yeah. I need to go. I already know that I will buy the turntables. I'm going there just to save the money. And actually, it happened. I went for 3 months to England. I was working at the shop, save all the money through this time. I come back home and I bought 13 tables,
Nice.
Technics 1200, and Vestax mixer 05. So, 05
Yeah.
Pro 3. So
Just
I have
good
like
job.
the proper setup for the very beginning, so that's helped me like a lot. I was waiting that I will get that kind of stuff. And I start scratching. At the very beginning, I was thinking that I will be like hip hop DJ, more like with the band, because we had like a hip hop band, and I was like beatboxing for more than 5 years for them.
What was the name of your group?
Nietakt.
Nietakt.
That's the name of the group, and being as a beatboxer, I really want to be a DJ, so I think that at the very beginning I would be like strictly hip hop DJ, like mixing all the records. But then lives, show me that scratch is the way I want to do it. So I was like hardcore scratching for the long time. I was going for all the scratch sessions that were in Poland at the time, so I was everywhere. I started to know all the people, I was like that kind of small kid in the.
And your DJ name was different back then.
Nagimi Eat,
Jimmy T.
No, Nagimi Eat, because
making me itch.
No, it was making me itch, all the scratching making me itch, and I was hearing all the scratching Nagimi Eat. I stick to this Nagimi Eat, but then I just changed and then I changed my nickname to Krotki. It was much more easier to pronounce, and that was
Making me
easy to understand. Yeah, but anyway, it's like give me it. Yeah, that was my first nickname. I forget about that. So thank you, David. And actually, I really like it. The first 2 years that were like I was living with the parents, and I didn't practice a lot because my father was mad about that I bought these turntables. He need almost 10 years to finally tell me, okay, son, that was a good decision. So after 10 years,
Yeah.
okay, father, at least something after 10 years.
accept
I need to wait for the decade that you get used to it, So yeah,
I think most of us parents don't have any clue. Like does any of your parents like really know what's up? Like know what you're into, like follow it or take you
Yeah,
places?
my parents do.
Yeah. Nice.
So they take notes.
Yeah.
When first
What?
time I won the IDA, my mom and my aunt and my grandmother,
Yeah.
they wrote on the paper.
That's
like,
amazing.
This IDA and International DJ Association.
Yeah,
show
like, wrote it out
category, scratching, pads, finger drumming. They all they have the list. They have the list.
What were they saying on there? Like, were they giving you little tips, like more confidence, look up there, and this kind of thing, or what were they saying?
Yeah, beat the Russians. Beat the Americans, my grandmother. Yeah, beat the Russians. No, all love.
That's funny, man. That's really funny. So I guess we get to you then. So when did you get into it? When did you get into scratching?
About 6 years ago,
Yeah.
I was visiting Torun.
So wait, where do you live then?
I live in Warsaw. I'm
Yeah.
from Radom,
Uh-huh.
which is placed
Radom.
like 100 kilometers south from Warsaw.
Okay.
And I was visiting my dancer friends in Torun because I used to dance and beatbox also as Krotki. So I was like hanging out with them.
Yeah.
So I was walking in the apartment and they rented house with DJ Function, which is also from Torun, homie of our crew, and he showed me just simple transform. He
Yeah.
was like, yeah, what you doing? I'm scratching. So show me, and he got me like a trumpet sound, which was like, so I was doing like, and it was it.
Yeah, you're like, this is
Just
cool.
it was it. Next day I bought turntable.
Yeah.
and mixer from here. Next week I bought a mixer. Next day I bought a turntable, and I go back to my home place, and we don't have many scratch DJs in there,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just typed on the YouTube how to scratch, and I learned to scratch from YouTube.
Yeah.
Like, literally.
What were do you remember what were the videos like?
Gangsta!
What were the
Gangsta
first
scratching from
tutorials
YouTube.
you were trying, and stuff like that? Like, what was the first thing you were like, fuck, I gotta do that?
I think I was into chirp and crab and boomerang.
Yeah.
And transform. That was first tricks that I learned.
Yeah.
I was just like, I don't remember the names of the videos or who made it.
Right.
It was just some different guys that like put it the whole combo apart.
Yeah.
So I have like
Yoshi, did you ever see those Yoshi
mind
videos?
yeah. And I have this like analytic mind when it comes to combos, so I have to know exactly the construction of the scratch combo.
Yeah.
So if they like put a 10-minute video about doing a boomerang or like boom flare or some other combos, it was like da 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 da. Okay, so now I have to do it like 2 months for 10 hours a day, and then next tutorial. And working on the speed. And that was it. Like, you can literally learn scratching from YouTube.
Yeah, that's a real
But
thing.
after like 2 years, I posted my first video that was later. But actually, Damien put out the battle.
Yeah, but it was in 2011, I think. Man.
Yeah. So
7 years.
7 years.
7 years ago.
That was the battle. So then maybe even longer you started.
Doesn't matter. Jak 2011?
I quit.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
maybe.
quit the job in 2012, and the battle was here.
Yeah, and that was first time I decided to put out my work.
So we're scratching
Somewhere.
already like
8
9
years.
years. Almost. Not 6.
Literally.
What was the
Literally
battle?
from
So you
YouTube.
through a battle, like an online battle, or like a
'cause
local
I was,
battle?
I was working at the music shop,
Yeah.
and we started a new whole new page for the DJ department. And I threw a battle because we also started some fan page on Facebook and stuff like that. So I just threw a battle, an online battle,
Yeah.
to see what's going on in Poland at the moment.
Yeah,
because I was like a little bit out of the scene for a second. and yeah, Vazee won it like straight away.
What year was that again?
No,
Sorry,
I
we
didn't
said
win it.
Didn't you? You won it, man.
Pan zimna łapa
Oh
won.
man, you won it. You won this battle.
I don't remember.
Zimna
Otherwise,
łapa was
look
second,
at me.
man, for sure. Yeah, man, I remember it.
I remember that Krotki commented on my video, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
I
the
remember
best.
this guy was so annoying because he bought.
Because he sold me broken innovator.
Nah, it was good.
I was like, it's good.
The first
It's good.
version of Innovator was like rubbish.
Actually, it was good because then he sent me the mixer and told me,
Send back.
do
to
it
you.
for me. I just fit it for me. And
Yeah.
I did it and I sent it back. It was working. So, but he was so annoying at the internet, you know. I just wouldn't stop, you know,
Asking.
bothering me to fucking do it for him, you know.
Vazee.
Yes.
So then,
And
Steve,
then-
let's get to Steve. Oh, sorry.
And then it was like there was this big workshops, like 2 weeks workshops where I was the teacher, and after this whole innovator thing we had, he asked me if this workshop are okay, if he should go there, if he'll learn anything.
Yeah.
And I said, yeah man, come down there. And I was like, I knew that he had some potential, but when I saw him for the first time live, I was like really shocked. After 2 years, he was like.
That was
really
Brook
high level,
Festival.
so-
Brook
yeah.
Festival, yeah, the game
And I
changer.
signed for a class with him and him. They were
Yeah.
my teachers,
Yeah.
and I paid money for it.
How much was it? Do you remember how many?
That
Like
wasn't cheap.
Like
200 euros.
Whoa. Yeah.
Too
That's
much.
not bad.
And we were like only drinking for the 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Getting stoned and like very little scratching.
But
Scratching,
production class.
No,
what
we
is
don't
it?
smoke.
Scratching, what is it? It's so ill.
It was good camp. Like
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
connecting dancers, beatboxers, and DJs and
Graffiti as well?
graffiti
On the one
artists.
roof,
Yeah, like that's really dope. Like
So
a
it's like
full-on
10
hip-hop.
days, everybody like in here in,
Yeah.
in one spot, just doing
Workshops,
like
yeah,
art.
performances, or battles.
And that was, where was that? That was in Turin, or that
That
was?
was in Austin.
Yeah.
That's actually where I also met this guy. In 2000.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
I
yeah.
met this guy too.
And so that's what I was gonna get to, Steve. But what's your history there? Like, you,
Uh,
I mean, I know you as the finger drumming dude and then the turntable orchestra stuff, you know. So
Yeah.
like,
but it started that when I was studying grand piano in Łódź, I bought my turntables, my first turntables, and that was Newmark 1625 rubbish with Stanton M201, and I had
Needle?
two
mixer.
techno vinyls.
yeah.
And actually I had a problem with mix them properly, so that was my beginning, and I started to try to scratch something on jazz vinyls, just
Yeah.
Polish jazz vinyls. I looking for some trumpets and samples to scratch, but I wasn't allowed to do it good. So my mom, for my birthday, bought me the ticket for music festival, for music workshop, and that was a Brook Festival in Austin. Not not in this year
Yeah.
that I
Different
met
year.
Vazee, but 1 year earlier.
Yeah.
And I remember that I have a launch pad.
Mhm.
So I took the launch pad with my MacBook and I was jamming on some dubstep beats, and that's how I met Damian.
No, but that was
The second one.
no, that was 2012. But you met.
You function. Okay, so yeah. Okay,
year
so
before.
function was first,
Mm.
and he took me to Toruń after this 10 days festival, and I think that was first time maybe this year or another one when I played party on the turntables in club NRD.
Yeah.
No, that was 2012.
12. Okay, so that was a year later. But from this moment I stayed in Toruń.
Yeah.
I played a lot of gigs or DJ work in NRD Club for like I don't know 2 or maybe 3 years, and but in finger drumming I remember the Jeremy Ellis and his advertisement for a native instrument first machine, the MK1.
Yeah.
And when I saw it, I said, okay, I need to do it better. And yeah, it's like 6 years from this moment, and not better than him still. So lots of work to do.
Yeah, that's a high wall.
Yeah, it's a high wall, but it's possible. Probably.
Of course,
Yeah,
of
we're coming
course.
for you. He's coming for you, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Next
Jeremy's-
year, man.
If you're listening, Jeremy, watch
If
your
you're
back.
listening,
Watch your back.
See you next year. Generator Hall.
Nice. So yeah, so then I guess that also brings up the turntable orchestra stuff that you guys did. How did that come about? Like, what was I don't know. How did you even get started with that idea of creating it and getting all the guys involved and?
I don't know how we started with the idea, but we made the band with Krotki, Damian, Vazee, PacOne, Ben, stosunkowo dobry DJ HM, and we played
Falcon one.
Falcon
Yeah,
1,
Falcon. Yeah.
nine DJs, and we started work on a project with a string quintet.
Right.
And
So how did you get hooked up with the string quintet? Like from
that
your-
was weird situation because I took a part in IDA 2012, 13, and 15, and after 2013, I thought, okay, maybe that's a good moment to start creating the band from turntables. And my first idea was to create the band just from DJs, not without instrumental playing.
Right.
My idea was to record the orchestra and put the orchestra themes for the turntables,
Yeah.
and then perform it.
Right.
And when I came back from Krakow after IDA, I got the email from the orchestra from Torun if I would like to make some project with them.
Nice.
So I said okay.
Yeah. Done.
I changed my idea,
Yeah.
and I don't know, next 2 or 3 days I had a meeting, and we decided to make a turntable orchestra with string quintet.
But you have a classical background, right?
Yeah,
You mentioned
yeah.
the grand piano training.
Yeah,
stuff,
I know.
so
I'm a
what's that about?
I'm a grand pianist. I'm a
Yeah.
pianist, not grand pianist.
Grand
I'm just pianist. I'm
Grand
small
pianist.
pianist.
Big penis. Big penis.
Run, Jeremy, scratch it.
Yeah. Classic piano jokes.
Yeah. I ended the music conservatory on the grand piano, the classical grand piano.
How old were you when you did that?
Could you repeat?
How old were you when you entered this conservatory and you start doing this piano
19.
training?
19, but I started playing when
you were
I
young.
was 7, and I made primary school, the secondary school, like the
Right,
secondary
right.
music school,
Yeah.
and after that go study, and
Okay.
yeah.
I mean, it's kind of clear. Like even your set last night, you have like a real. It's like, oh yeah, he understands music. You know what I mean? Like there's some guys that especially with the finger drumming, they're just kind of mimicking hip hop sounds. You know what I mean? But it seems like your stuff is really, really layered with piano and like different strings and very melodic. Compared to maybe some.
Yeah, I
others I've
like
seen.
melodic tropical rhythms.
Yeah. So you guys did. How long did it take to like rehearse all that and kind of build
For
that?
first concert,
Too fucking long.
too fucking long. Definitely.
Each fucking day, too long.
Too long each fucking day.
Yeah.
So, but how did how many months, how many days? If you thought, just in general, from the start of
think
like we meet up or how did
The
how the
whole process was like half a year.
Yeah.
I don't know, maybe more because I don't remember even. Yeah, I think that was half a year.
It was almost a year. Like
Almost
we
a
started
year, yeah.
something around the very beginning of the year.
And
And it was like March probably, something like that. February or March where we had like the first meeting. I remember that was like cold.
Yeah, first of all, it was very
Yeah.
difficult because we were from different cities and
yeah.
But we played first concert in December, I
Yeah,
think.
December, and we start like something around April when we start meeting like during the, all this.
Yeah.
winter time and
Yeah, it was early spring when we start
To work.
to practice.
What year was that again? That was
in Torun mostly.
Mostly in
Yeah,
Germany.
most like
Yeah.
90% of.
We
all
spent
the-
one time in Warsaw, probably.
Yeah. I think 2 times. Like.
Or even 2 times. In
And
Spin Lab, you know Spin Lab?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was
yeah,
like
yeah.
one of the
DJ
first.
Falcon.
Yeah, one
Yeah.
of the first meetings.
Yeah.
Like we go there like for the very first to Warsaw, and then it's like start spinning around like going further. So in December we played the first concert, then we have a small break, and then Kasper decided.
Yeah, I remember the first one.
Yeah.
and that was
two of them.
because I saw the
actually.
one. It looked like it was like filmed for TV kind of thing, right?
Yeah, that was a documentary movie about this.
Right, right.
Actually, the first concert.
That was the first concert, the one
Yeah.
I've seen. Then probably right.
Yeah.
I remember there's 2 videos I've seen online. I guess one was the big full production. One was the quartet version, like the smaller version, if I remember right.
Yeah, maybe not
Yeah.
quartet, but the smaller version.
Smaller version. Yeah.
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 We
So-
recorded in university in Warsaw, like the classical university.
How many times did you guys perform it total? Do you think?
Not much.
Not much. No.
Something around 10. and,
About 10, yeah.
I thought you were gonna say like 2 or 3 when you
It's
said
really
that
hard
last.
to organize, all the DJs and the whole symphonic orchestra.
Yeah. Yeah.
Lots of people, then there's a big logistic issue.
Yeah. So Adam, I don't want you to hide over there, man. I wanna hear your story, dude.
Come
You,
on,
you
come
wanna
on, let's
steal
have
a
seat.
chair from one of the boys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
So,
figure.
Werbung.
What does it mean, Werbung?
Reclama.
Alright.
Commercial.
Commercial, yeah.
Commercial break. So for all those who don't know, I actually you were in the earlier. This is CutManDoo.
One, two.
Everybody-
This is CutManDoo. Coming through. So what you gonna do?
I think I first saw, of course, the videos of you scratching with the tape machines, and then I later saw that you cut normal, not just on tape machines, and your murder on the scratch, really unique style as well for myself. But how did you get into it? How did that start for the
With the
scratching?
tapes.
Whatever came first.
The first with the tapes. I'm just a little child and playing with my parents' tape recorders
Yeah.
with some some fun.
Yeah.
And in '99 I was watching in Vazee. Remember Vazee? Good. Good station.
Yeah.
And some of turntables in Supreme.
Music
Supreme ground, come on, kick it.
Yeah.
It was in Vazee.
Yeah.
And I was watching, and when the shortcut and distals and or maybe Mixmaster, my guy didn't remember,
Right.
or Qbert was doing the drummings. Scratch music was chaos things,
Yeah.
but it was crazy. It was so. For me, it was so inspiring, and I was trying to do with the tapes, only
Yeah.
with the tapes, and I was trying to find sounds fresh. Say what?
Yeah.
Where did he get from? Where did that?
Yeah.
And I was trying to do just cartoons, sound like Tom and Jerry. And,
Yeah.
I have some skills and some sounds because there was some sharply and sounds,
Yeah.
But
Was
this
it-
is still not.
Was it just you said a recorder? So you were
Yeah.
actually recording onto the
Yeah.
tape first, and
Yeah.
you weren't buying any like kids stories or something. Was there
No.
something like that you could buy at all? Like I
don't
don't
remember.
really think so. Yeah. I don't
New
know.
one
Yeah.
because it was in 1917
Yeah.
and we was not
Yeah.
living in these times. And I was find the battle breaks at internet sites.
Yeah.
HHV Deutschland or,
Yeah.
or others, and he was the
preview.
The preview.
Yeah.
60 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fresh. Wow. I need it now. And I was recorded on the tape,
Yeah.
and when I move it and feeling the same sounds
Yeah, the
like
same
the
wah,
DJ
right.
at DMC, ITF. Yeah. Yes, this is it. And it was the biggest day in my turntables history because I was the scratching sounds.
Yeah.
And I always thought, one day I will be on the tape, never on the decks, the tape. But day after day, year after year, I was tried to find and some from on the normal setup.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Right.
Fuck. My English is not besta.
Yes, German. German then.
No, man, it's fun. But so I'm curious
We put
about the
some
tapes
text on
because
top.
I've never seen you do it in person. I've seen tape deck recorders and stuff, but like, how are you cutting? How's the cutting part happen?
The cutting trick is you need to put the tape off of the head
Right.
inside,
Yeah.
and you doing this losing the tape with the reels,
Mm-hmm.
with the moves.
Mm-hmm.
And day after day, year after year, this moves was
Refined.
creating.
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
yeah.
you know this notes creating day from to another day. You know,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
and this is the lever.
Yeah, I see you moving the lever, right?
This lever is very important because this lever is doing when the sample play in the normal tempo and all
Yeah.
we got the sample.
Mm.
So we got the two reels and the lever,
Mm-hmm.
and sounds
Right.
you know,
Yeah.
because in pause you can scratching.
Yeah.
In
yeah.
play you can't scratch
Right,
because as capstan you blocking the tape, you know, and the head,
Mhm.
and the head is always on the tape,
Yeah.
so you can't scratch.
Right.
And the pause you can reverse,
Okay.
forward, and losing the tapes from the head.
Yeah.
And the lever doing the normal,
Yeah.
normal.
The normal move.
forward.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
It's that's
Ah, yeah. Because I always saw that,
Yeah.
and I was like,
It's on off.
"What's going on?" I just wish I could be right there and watch it. And like I saw you when you came to the scratch barbecue in Brighton. That was 2015
no,
or 14.
the first one was with Damian. Community Scratch Games in Goa. 2000.
Scratch
11.
game, Yeah.
11.
Okay. 2011. So it was way farther back than I thought.
Yeah, it was a crazy event, crazy people. I was very inspired.
Yeah.
Like,
So how did you guys even find out about the scratch games, or like it
The
was,
guys invited Adam actually. Jimmy tells me, I've looked in it for years. I don't remember how it's called. I need you to come to the games. My English was
nothing.
nothing.
Yeah,
And Damien translated it. Oh, you fuckers! You have the chance to go to TSG, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And, and I was talking, so come with me, help me, because I'm sprechen the English.
Repeat kind English, yeah.
Przemyślone. To wszystko jest przemyślone. Excuse me?
No. Yeah. So you said, but you were doing the tapes for years when you're first starting. When did you first try out turntables then?
My first table, I don't want to talk more of it because it was the numeric 16, 15 with the direct drive, with no direct drive.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
fuck it. I spent my money, I lost it, I trying to borrow, I guess sell it. but
Yeah.
The world's
My
choice, yeah.
My
Yeah.
first experience with the table and contact was after I was conversate with Krotki.
Yeah.
Actually, I found him in the internet. It was like I was studying or something like that, and I just saw his video like on YouTube.
Actually,
Na
could you
Jimmy
go,
T,
you gotta
na
go on
Jimmy
that
T.
side because the mic's not picking you up at all.
Okay.
So hop up top, man.
Krotki,
Hop up
chodź,
top.
czekaj, zróbcie, dawaj.
We had
Up
this,
top.
Zacz tu.
Summer camp.
Albo tam.
Na górę dawaj, tutaj.
Na górę.
Tu se usiądź.
Alright,
Żartowałem.
fine. Fuck.
Yeah.
I was 10. Come on.
Okay.
And that was that.
Albo dobra,
that
teraz
was
ty
the
gadasz.
moment. That was the moment.
No,
when,
get back in there. Get back in
for
there.
you, so come on. So that was the moment when I just saw his video on a YouTube, and I just need to just send the message to him like, "Come on, man, you're so awesome. You're supposed to get to our community because you are scratching." We had this tablet net forum that when you go through, and he was like, "Oh man, I'm too shy. I don't want to do it. I don't know anybody because I'm scratching on the tape decks and you are scratching on the vinyl." And I said to him, "Come on, man, it's nothing different. It's still scratching, so it's like supposed to be like that. So we have to be hanging out in this community." And he just started to appear. It's like he came to the forum and everybody noticed. Adam CutManDoo is like the guy who start asking a lot of questions. He was because he was so excited about that. And then everything starts. Then he came to my place to Wrocław because I was already living there like for 2 years.
Mm.
And we made a scratch session, and he came straight from Oświęcim, with this fucking big backpack and his
Yeah.
tape recorder in the back. And yeah, and then it starts everything from he just started to scratching on turntables. I said to him, "Come on, man, save your money and buy a turntable. It will be much more easier to learn how to scratch." And Actually, I think after 2 years, after that meeting, he just bought a turntable like proper Vestax and I think mixer the Hack 360 or 380, something like that.
380 from
Right.
Falcon.
Yeah, Falcon
and,
still do
and
one.
then yeah,
Nice.
and then he starts scratching on a record. Yeah, but that was
Falcon 1, you know what I'm saying?
crazy.
And
Yeah, where's he at this year? I thought he
And
might
in
be
this
coming.
year, I can, and in this year I was play a showcase in the popular TV.
Yeah, talent
television.
show.
Yeah,
Talent
so
show.
that
Polish Got Talent.
Polish
Got
Got
Talent.
Talent.
You didn't see this video because I'm
Polish
never
Got
sharing it.
Oh, come on.
But
You gotta put it on
That's
YouTube.
okay.
Somebody
Yeah.
find
I'll
that.
show you.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit,
yeah.
yeah.
Send me,
After
send me a link for that one.
Yeah,
later,
yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Working on it.
after interview, after all that you will send. And some people saying me the TV is bullshit. Yes, I know it, and this is my opinion too. But I was trying to get some adventure and
Yeah, of course.
and
I'm sorry.
and jak jest poznać? Już zapominam czasem.
Co jest?
Poznać.
No.
Meet some turntable
Yeah,
heads.
Yeah,
you know,
Yeah,
with the TV.
yeah. Yeah,
television.
get some exposure
Because
and find
it's-
some people.
Yeah.
Who's watching on the TV? Maybe who's will
Yeah.
be.
Yeah.
Did any of you see it when it was live, like on TV?
Yeah, I remember it. I was with my friend. We were smoking some butts and watching, and whoa, I'm here. And
Yeah,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
so fuck. My telephone was ringing and ringing.
Yeah, I bet.
Man, you are on television. I always knew it. You are a big. But this was a bullshit. Everyone who who don't know culture
Yeah.
was you now will be the star definitely. You will be the biggest
Yeah,
star.
that was
Stop
true because a lot of people just know what I've met.
Bullshit.
Ask me the question. Did you saw this guy on the tape decks in this talent
Yeah.
show? Man, that was fucking crazy. It was metal. Yeah, I know this guy.
Yeah.
And I was like,
At sometimes it's
Nice.
Tiring. Exhausting.
Oh yeah, nice. This guy, the judge
This
is all.
guy. This guy.
That's awesome, man. That's amazing. Hell yeah. Yeah, I'll share the link in the podcast thing later.
Link in the description.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. That's awesome. So then, let's think about that. So yeah, how does it even get found for this? Do you apply for it? You know, this show, like, do they have some application process? Somebody hear about you? You know, how does it work, like, to get on a show like this? How does that
You
come
have to
about?
apply.
Just go for a casting.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
go
there's
for a
a
casting
casting,
thing
yeah.
or something.
Yeah. It was a pre-casting, second casting, and prelimination to the semi-finals. But I will not come to semi-finals, but I have 3 good
3
opinion.
yeses.
Yeah, 3 yeses.
Yeah.
I
Gold
was,
button.
some
Save
guys
the
tells me,
final.
no, fuck that tape. It's okay to play and make it, buy some turntables, do some techniques, do some skills. Okay, I was buy it and I trying to this day do this good
Same sound.
techniques
Or
because
different
my
techniques, right?
technique is not so good like Vazee, Damian, Krotki. I'm
But you have a really unique sound
Yeah.
with your
Yeah.
scratches. That's
Thank
really
you.
dope, unique sound.
and this is short because it's where's the head, you know.
Yeah. Like, you know, you made this track with Jimmy and Estrix.
Yeah,
And
remember.
when I first hear it, I was like, I didn't know who was on it. I didn't know, I didn't see the title or whatever, and I was like, oh, that's CutManDoo. Like, and and I was 20, I think 14 or something. I hear it, or 20. I already knew you from some videos, But like, I immediately was like, somebody's like, who do you think that? Oh no, that's CutManDoo. Yeah, that's him. The other stuff, that's extra, but that's definitely CutManDoo. Like, without a doubt, And
Great days.
and I'd only heard your stuff a little bit, wasn't really that I knew the videos, but it was obvious to me it was you. Like,
Great days.
He
great
doesn't
days.
embrace it like his skills. He's like, no,
happens,
it's
it
not
happens.
cool.
Because I don't have self-confidence.
Whole world knows about him.
I think nobody has self-confidence.
Yeah,
Just some
yeah.
people are
Every
good at
scratch
hiding
artist
it.
knows about him,
Yeah.
but
But
he's like,
I'm telling the
nah,
truth.
I'm white.
I'm trying to
No.
tell the truth, not
Yeah, of
fakes.
course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah. So then you met Krotki, and you mentioned the forum,
yeah.
and I think I remember
Yeah,
Damien, like I talked to you last year, or the year before in the summertime, and you mentioned this forum, you guys were all talking and making
yeah,
some
it was
meetups.
like perfect. Before Facebook, that was like our
And-
mecca, and it was like very nice because we have all the data out there. Lots
That
of
was
videos.
Tablesnet, or what did you say?
Tablis.com.
Com. Yeah. Sorry. And was it just I wasn't aware of it. Is it just Polish dudes hanging out in there? Was there kind of international form? or-
International,
Mostly
yeah.
Polish guys, but some guys, some international guys were there.
But the whole Polish
Yeah,
community
back,
was
like,
there.
from Germany, a lot of
Yeah,
people
and-
from France as well, so yeah. It was
With
quite
everything
nice.
there, all infos, all videos, you know, all infos about breaks,
Yeah.
what's happening in the
Yeah, because
About
Damon, you
breaks,
mentioned it like you were like that was a huge thing for the Polish community that
Yeah.
that,
Yeah,
that
it
forum.
brought us together.
Yeah,
It
together
was
it
like-
was like,
we all met on this forum actually.
yeah.
I remember somebody told me about it in around 2006 or 7,
Yeah.
and I got to meet like everyone. Shut up.
Excuse me.
So it was the
And from
best
that time
solution
we
for
start to organize some session together, you know,
Yeah,
all
yeah.
people
Yeah,
link
yeah.
up together, you know.
And it was my first grad session on the Wrocław at Krotki city
Yeah.
in Wagon Club.
Wagon.
It was so. It was
So packed. Yeah. So
Yeah.
tight.
Actually, it was like this, that size. That
The size of a bed, one of these
actually,
beds,
that
yeah.
size, Bed
But-
size place, and just go
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, it's great here, man. It's great. And it was like, you can't barely move it. It was like fucking Tyrannosaurus Rex scratching like that. And it's like, okay, let's go now.
And Damien doing some routines for Brook battle. For
Yeah.
Brook battle.
Yeah.
And I was, I remember when I was trying to record,
crazy.
don't record it. It's
Yeah.
for the battle. No one.
Yeah.
No
I don't want
sharing.
nobody seeing that. Yeah.
I was feeling, oh yeah, this is the crew.
Yeah, when he just came, he was like repeating all the time. It's getting too fast. It's getting too fast. Everything is getting too fast. Like 2 months ago, nobody knows me. Now I'm in Brussels in distress. Oh my god, what I'm doing? Oh my god, it's too fast, guys. And it was like for the fucking 6 months. Like every time we met him, I was like, God, it's too fast. It's too fast. Man, you're 25 years old. Shut the fuck up, man. It's like, no, it's too fast. It's too fast. Oh my god, this guy's fucking mental, like for real. But yeah, now we get used to it. He get used to it, all this community, and it's like, okay, it's not so fast, it's not so fast. No, he's not so fast.
So I guess we got the scene. It's kicking off. Then you guys are entering battle. You're making local battles though. We talked about that, right? But then when was the first like who was entering the first international battles? Was there ITF you were entering or?
No, Scratch-Con Battle was, I think, was the
Scratch-Con
first.
battle.
For me, like when I was.
What about for you,
Like
Pac?
2004, ITF, yeah.
There was DMC in Poland.
There was
Yeah.
DMC like early 90s or middle
No,
90s.
no,
Middle
Yeah, 2000,
90s.
something like that.
99 and 2000.
99 and 2000, yeah.
Then they
DJ
stopped playing
Kostek.
it.
And the Deszcz
Kostek.
Strugi and DJ Kostek,
Or
yeah.
Yeah.
Deszcz Strugi? Or
Pow
DMC?
Champs.
DMC.
The Champs was 2011,
Workshops,
but the first one was
wrocławskie.
DMC, yeah.
Yeah.
But the
The guys who ran DMC
Yeah.
Poland like just didn't give a fuck about
Yeah.
meeting with the head.
The community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
There
so
was
Tony
like
Prince said that
from
he
completely
don't
different
want to-
community, like DJ Mix Club. you
Right.
know,
Yeah.
from mixing
DMC,
DJ,
classic DMC.
Yeah,
I
but-
sense.
yeah, classic DMC, not the turntable.
Right. And then so you were the first one entering battles of everybody here, right? Really?
Yeah.
Probably,
Because
yeah,
they all
yeah.
said they saw you
Yeah.
entering battles and winning battles. And so then who was the next like kind of guy who started entering out of you guys like I don't know, was it IDA or or ITF?
ITF, yeah, I think Falcon 1 and EPROM, then yeah.
Yeah, DJ Ben as well. He
DJ
was
Ben
like on
also,
yeah.
ITF, yeah. He was performing as well. So yeah, that was the time.
So then what about you, Damien? What was your first battles that you were entering? Like what years was that around?
The very first was 2005. It was 6 months after my friend moved into me.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I had like opportunity to practice for 6 months, and I took place in a battle. And I remember in the first round I was battling Falcon, and we had, after we played our routine, there was this extra round because there was tie. And I remember I went to somewhere to smoke, and my friend came for me like, quickly, come on, you have like extra round, you have to battle now. and I was like just got stoned, and I was like really, you know, stressed. Yeah, and I went to the stage, and they said Eprom actually was judging, and he said that we have to do drumming, and I remember 2 days before I learned drumming like with the snare and then bass.
Yeah.
Before I was
yeah.
learning bass. Snare.
Bass, yeah. Same.
Yeah.
I started the bass kick snare, and
Yeah.
then later I was like, oh yeah, you can do it the other way.
Yeah.
See
So
some
I
videos.
just learned it 2 days before, and
Yeah.
I said to myself, okay, I'll try it, and I fucked it up totally, and I just gave up, and PacOne won it. So yeah, that was the first battle. Then I went to the UK to buy my own turntables.
Right.
I got back, and then
Yeah, I met him there.
the first battle was like 2000. The first proper battle was probably 2007. It was like small local battle, but I won it. And then there were like Brook battle. So yeah, I won those two. I lost actually to DJ Ben one time. Yeah, and that's how it started basically.
Yeah.
And then there was like DMC online. The first year it was.
Champs.
What year was it first online? Like, what year was the online
11,
first?
2011.
11,
Okay.
yeah.
I thought it might have been
Anka
even a little
won that.
earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not a bad person to lose to.
Actually, I didn't send my final video because I couldn't make any new routines. I for some reason I didn't want to use those from last year,
Yeah.
and I just didn't send any.
Really?
Yeah, I was stupid.
It happens.
Shit happened.
And then Krotki, when did you get into the battle scene? When did that start for you?
I think
Around the same time?
The first attempt was like 2006 when I put my video for Scratch-Con battle. I didn't pass because I was too weak, but I think the first proper battle was 2008 or 9 when I moved to Wrocław and the workshops, DJ workshop battle.
Mm.
I was there and I didn't win as well the first one, but the second I think I was third or second. Well, probably there was like there was a time that we were battling like me, Ben, and Damien. We had like this. Our trio was always in the finals.
Yeah. Constant top three.
Only Damien and Ben were changing like from 1, 2, 1, 2. They were changing, and I was like stick to the third place. And I was like, okay, it wasn't so bad because I was in the third. I know my position, and I wasn't feel any regrets because I'm losing with them. But I was actually happy that I'm third. That I'm at least such good guys that I can scratch with them, and that was the kind of time that we just only swapped like for 3 or 4 years. Like we were fighting to each other, and then this motherfucker came out and DJ Vazee, and he started destroying our like trio battling.
He break up the group.
Was, like,
yeah,
shook.
because it's like
Piece
that was
by
like
piece.
hegemony of our trio like for a few years. Like everybody just Ben, Krotki, and Damien coming. Okay, so we already know what's going on.
Yeah.
So, but that was that kind of period of time. Yeah, it's mostly like IDA, V-Champs. That was actually the V-Champs that were like our biggest competition at the very beginning because it was like big place like this
Huge venue, you know.
huge
Yeah.
venue, like
sports
that was
arena.
a little bit silly, but it was for us it was big because there was Vestax involved and the jury was like DJ Qbert,
Judges, yeah, Qbert, Craze,
DJ Craze, when you're just stretching in front of those guys and you're just thinking,
Yeah.
oh man, fucking crazy shit. I need
Did
to
you guys get a chance to kind of jam and cut with those dudes while they were
actually,
around?
no. We just brought our turntables, and that was actually one of the most epic night after the competition. Because after that, after the competition, we just go to the hotel, and then we just find the just open room, and there was no one in this room, and we just go from the first floor to the second or third. I think we took I just brought the speakers from Wrocław, like fucking 300 kilometers, just to go to Łódź. And Ben bring the turntable and a mixer, I think. And we just, go to this QFO or QFO. I don't remember. Maybe it was a QFO. And yeah, that was QFO. And we go to that room and there was like 30 guys standing like that, and everybody like scratching. That was fucking
And one QFO.
Yeah, it was one QFO and the queue, and everybody like, oh man, this is so fucking awesome. And, we were scratching, 30 guys inside the room and like drinking beer and just, okay, my turn. It was like one of the best scratch sessions after the competition ever because everybody go just mental, like, oh my god, this shit is so sick, and we're like scratching the whole night, and finally the old guy, like, no, he was something around 80, just came to the room. Who is not from this room? Please go to sleep. And everybody just, at the same time just moved from nobody left. Like, nobody left. Everybody just, went out and just take all the stuff and go to our place. But that was mental. And then after that was like ITF, IDA competition. Yeah, and that's it. My last battle was like 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah.
And I stopped battling. I'm not doing this anymore.
No.
It's like, I don't have to.
It's true. I mean, I don't think any of you have to. Everybody knows and respects your skills and where you've gotten with it.
It's like,
Yeah.
I'm done.
I'm done, son.
For now.
For
It's
now,
all about the fun.
maybe in the next, maybe when I I will
When
be
I-
bored
maybe
a
when
little
you will
bit
be
and I
older.
will need some more adrenaline. I will say, okay, let's do it again. Because
It's a cool adrenaline rush
Yeah,
to
it's
go
kinda
live
nice, man.
against
Yeah.
dudes.
What about nervousness? Like, I'm just curious about that because everybody battles with that shit more than anything. I think.
I always really nervous before a battle.
Yeah.
Always. In some way. No,
Yeah.
I don't have shaking hands or something,
Right.
Yeah,
but,
you do, man.
but
Yeah.
I analyze everything a lot,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And because you of course in a battle you start from the beginning and you probably want to go to a final or somewhere, so you need to be smart
Mm.
to show good things on the beginning, but not too,
Too
good,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
not
yeah.
too bad.
Yeah. It's that weird balance, right?
Yeah.
Not to
Balance.
rinse everything in the beginning and save something for the last.
Yeah, and the final is the worst thing because you need to have something the best,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's hard to achieve it.
And
But
also
sometimes
it's
you
like,
got bigger fight, not in the final.
yeah,
you can
just
get
before
with
the
somebody
final,
big.
like, yeah.
At the quarterfinals.
Yeah.
Of course.
And you
Yeah.
have that,
Tough hurdle to get across.
I
Yeah.
remember when I was getting the Polish champ of scratching, like IDA. I remember that everybody were saying that Julek will win it. Julek will win it. You have no chances. You have no chances.
But you won it.
Yeah, I wanted to say, oh, you motherfuckers! I was like sitting on the
Julek
fucking
was
table on the
disappointed
chair.
a lot.
I was smoking the
Yeah,
cigarette
fun
one
to
after one. And I was like, I will kick your ass, motherfucker.
I
And you
remember
as
this
well.
time.
I hate you and everybody. What's happened to Krotki? He's always like, happy guy. And today he's like fucking sitting and want to kill someone. Because you were saying fucking bullshit. And I just, get nervous. And then I'll just, get motivated and I just bam, 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 next, go home, next, okay, bye. And finally, when we just get the battle, like the final with Julek, and Julek gets stressed so much, and I'm thinking, fucker. He was so shaking his head, and I said, you'll lose with the stress, motherfucker. Gotcha! that was the first time
I remember.
get.
That was ID in Poland.
Yeah, the first time.
2012.
I think so, yeah. The
Yeah,
first
I'm
time
sure,
when
I
get
remember
a
it
Polish
really
champion,
good.
Crazy. And the next year I was fighting with Ben, and it also was a funny story because we finished and I already say, okay, Ben, you won. And the judges say, you have a tie. You have to fight a third round. I was like, what the fuck? We take all this stuff together. Because I was already packing like my needle mixer and everything. And the judge said, oh, it's a tie. You have to make a third round. I was like, come on, man. And I was thinking, I'm so good. Oh, yeah, so bad, right? At the moment, he was stressed. But yeah, he won. He actually won. So much respect for this guy. He's my brother from another mother. So yeah, it's a shame that he's not here. But yeah, he has 2 kids. And yeah, big shout out to DJ Ben.
Family life, yeah. Shut.
So
And-
yeah, that was funny moments of battling.
That kind of reminds me when you mentioned like just going through everybody. Boom, boom, next one, go home. It reminds me of you, Damien, last year at the barbecue.
I was lucky.
That there was no luck there. If you guys don't know about the barbecue last year, they decided to do a cut battle, and they were like, we do King of the Hill. So if you're on and you lose, you go off and you stay. The winner stays, and then we keep doing this till the winner, whoever has the most points at the end. But they didn't count on Damien coming into the queue on like the third battle, and he just never went off. He just went through every single person. I think it was 9 people in a row, and we were yelling, "Get it! Take that Polish son of a bitch back home!" To anybody, just get him out of there, like joking around, and and he just kept destroying it. And then it was like, okay, I guess he's done, and now we go for who's gonna battle for second, third place. Like he goes straight to the final. Clearly, he's already beat everyone. Like so no, yeah, that was really, really, really impressive, man. That was awesome. It was a crazy.
King of the Hill.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. It wasn't an easy crowd, you know. Scratch barbecue. It was just heavy scratchers. Like Damon just murdering them all with the half lit.
With the snow. I'm
like
the sailor, man.
the classic cliched Chemlix look, you know. Yeah. That was really amazing. That was like I guess it was the first time I met you. I saw you live, and I was like, "Who this fucking guy? Jesus Christ!" And looking so calm and cool as well. Like they just.
Show it
Off with his head.
Yeah, but I always felt really good at the community sketch battles since the first one in 2011. This actually was the battle where I had most fun in my life.
Yeah.
Because I was for some reason going last in each round, and like I had during the other guys were scratching, I was like putting together my whole freestyle in my head, and then I just executed it each time, and it was so, I don't know, it was so funny for me that I had like when I was going to the turntable I already knew what my 1 minute will be, and I never had that before or after. Really, it was like the best battle ever.
Yeah, that's did any of you do that stuff like before it's a freestyle scratch battle? Because I find myself just getting lost to just cutting, you know what I mean? Like in freestyle scratch battles and like not sticking to some. I try to stick to a plan, but it always ends up something unravels. You get nervous, whatever. But are you, like how he said, how he's sitting there before and he's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, and then execute it. Do you guys find you do a similar thing?
Yeah, of course. If you have like, just like that, just like that, you can think about like intro, then the hard part, like super fast stuff, and then the outro.
Right.
For example, but you can't plan everything.
No, of course.
You can't do it, but I think you have to stick to the music, like and calm down. I was really always really nervous battling.
Yeah.
So I have like I can click very fast, but I'm lacking of flow sometimes. So if I panic, I just go fast because I knew it, my muscle memory. It's easy, but it's boring when you do it all the time. Yeah.
So then that gets
the guys
back to
always tells me like, just stop for a second.
Yeah.
breathe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can stop. I stopped like when I was entering the battle.
Yeah.
On the Friday, I was like, yeah, okay, just calm down.
Calm down.
So I made a few stops. I got also like with the broken glass.
I was like.
I stopped for a broken glass. I didn't even notice. Like, okay, somebody broke a glass. Oh, I'm on the battle. Yeah, it worked out pretty well.
So what about you? When did the battling start with you?
Me?
Yeah.
I entered the battle of the Chemlix DJ store. That was my first battle. Then I got on this festival that I paid for, them to teach me how to produce
Not
music.
music.
He was a music production and scratching. And on this festival, it was also a competition which had a crazy category. So that was my first big shot.
Crazy category.
So you got like super weird beats, like party beats and stuff,
There was
and
a couple of those last
like
night.
electro stuff, or just not just scratching, but being crazy also.
The dance background helped. Take that one out.
Yeah.
Being Paris Hilton behind the decks, like.
And then I stopped, I think.
No, there was some battle in Warsaw in Spin Lab. I remember PacOne calling me, and he said, "Yo, I'm at Spin Lab and we're scratching because there will be the battle." And I was in the other room and I'm hearing somebody scratching, and I think to myself, "Hey, Chemlix is here." And then he goes to the room and he sees Vazee scratching, and he was like, "What the fuck, dude? You trained him very well." And it was your third year of scratching.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, what the fuck? How could you?
And I stayed there.
How could he think it was me after 3 years? What the fuck? What am I doing
it
wrong?
was an insult.
But you
but
mentioned
I entered this battle, Spin Lab battle, because Spin Lab is DJ school based in Warsaw.
Yeah.
Running by me, DJ Caps, and Falcon One. and they started it just two of
Yeah,
them,
Falcon
and I
Kevs.
joined the crew after after I won this battle. We just started to hang out, and I just stick to them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was like natural flow.
Nice. But you mentioned training him. So like you guys were hanging out quite often. You guys were scratching together.
After the those workshops, the 10-day workshop, I think you came to Toruń with us.
Yeah, it was like we met, and after the
And then
10
he
days,
stayed.
he moved to Toruń also, like straight
So
from
just
the festival.
everybody
We went to the car and go to Toruń and see what happens.
Yeah. I find a flat. I find a bedroom. Whatever.
Our city is like a magnet for
and-
all that nerds. Yeah.
Okay.
And I say like 6
Yeah.
or 7 years
And
from that moment.
the car was so heavily packed that the bumper was touching the tire.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, and we're like, let's go.
Let's
what
go to
happened.
Toruń, yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, Toruń is a great city.
Yeah. Nice. So
Toruń
then,
is a great CD.
sorry. So when did you first enter your first international battle then?
I think it was IDA 2014.
14.
It was like I saw them win show category, and I also like wanted to win. So yeah, it was cool. It was actually like first big battle, and I drove there by myself, and I packed everything. I got like keys and push and machine and 2 turntables with Serato, and the drumsticks and stuff. So yeah, I just went to the
Remember
competition.
Poland elimination and Michał was wicked.
Yeah.
I didn't even
He
have
destroyed all the
cases.
scene in Krakow in the Polish elimination.
Yeah.
I can tell you, he was the best.
I didn't have any cases for my like turntables
Yeah.
and the samplers, so I was just carrying in the bags. Everything.
Yeah, IKEA bags or something.
Yeah. But my homies, they own jak jest tartak?
Wood shop.
Actually, I just wait a little bit on the window just because the sound.
Workshop.
That's fine. Doesn't matter.
How do you say-
Yeah.
How do you call this
A wood
place?
shop. They're making wood stuff.
Yeah,
or they're-
yeah.
But they're like straight from forest, and you cut it. How do you call this place?
Oh, shit, what's that?
Lumber.
Yeah, lumber yard or.
They made me like stands for push and for
Oh,
machine.
nice. Yeah.
Like day before,
Yeah.
so nobody knows, but we sprayed
Spray
spray
paint.
paint logo of them. So on this IDA is kupno, sprzedaż, drewno, obróbka, which means buy, sell, wood.
Wood. Yeah.
No.
nice. You got the proper sponsorship.
Yes.
For the lumber yard. Yeah. That's some realness. Yeah.
Yeah, and then
And actually, it was like kind of weapon of the fucking
yeah,
drum.
I still have it till today. It's well done.
Yeah, wood.
Wood, yeah.
Still
The
surviving.
greatest material. Yeah, and after that was I entered Scratch Battle, and I think IQ won that year after that.
What year was that?
I was second.
Mm-hmm.
2015.
2015. Yeah.
Yeah, next year. I didn't compete in show category.
No.
Just Scratch.
Yeah.
And IQ was first.
That's not
And
bad
next-
to
and
go
next
straight
year-
straight into these.
We've been on
international
in the
battles.
show category.
In 16.
I don't think so. I think 15.
15.
15 for sure.
15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Vazee,
So maybe
Chemlix,
I
and
was-
Function.
Yeah, man.
I think that was the same time.
Okay, so 15
So
we
you
were on
won-
the show, and I was on the Scratch second.
Yeah.
And I think Chin Machine was third from Russia.
Oh yeah.
It's hard to remember.
Yeah.
But and after that, I decided to go take a shot with Red Bull 3-style battle, which was fun. Also.
Yeah.
A little different competition. I just wanted to check it out if I can like beat party rockers, because I wasn't play any parties, like regular parties, club gigs and stuff. So I decided, Steve helped me. We made a routine.
That was tough.
Oh no, for Poland, for
We worked
Polish,
all-
I made a routine, and then I won Polish competition and went to Tokyo, and Steve helped me with that, but I didn't manage to go to the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, but the funny thing is I beat the party rockers, not being a party rocker, which is nice.
Yeah. Nice intro, right?
And-
You're like, I give it a
and-
try.
Yeah, but my goal was to get to the final. World final was in Tokyo, Japan. So I was like, I knew that Qbert will be there. D Styles, Grace,
Yeah.
Jesse Jeff, Scratch Bastard, Z Trip, Cosmo Baker, and some other guys like super dudes, right?
Yeah.
So my main goal was to meet them. So I drop off from the elimination day. Don't remember who won that day. Some guy. Yeah, but yeah, I met everyone on this trip. So the goal is achieved. Plus, I had a lot of fun. Whole Red Bull crew is just like this worldwide organization is amazing. Like they take super care of you. And I lost it. I finished like, you have 15 minutes there, and I was like 14 minutes and 30 seconds. So I got short for like 30 seconds, and I was like playing some finger drumming and just sample like, it's not over, motherfuckers, like see you in the final, I meant. And I turned back and like 30 seconds more. Okay. I'm in Japan.
Oh shit!
Oh, you got
Everyone's watching. So the host, the DJ Flip Out, hold the mic, and I was like, yo, give me the mic. It's just a. I started to beatbox for like 30 seconds. Everybody was, whoa.
Nice
So
recovery.
I lost, but I.
Good last
class.
minute.
Yeah.
Nice.
That was dope.
So then, what was your first big win? Then what year was that? That was
2014.
Yeah.
The IDA.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, I thought it's about the winning, everything. And now when I'm second all the time, I don't think that way anymore. No, it's really cool, like, to get recognition in the world. 'Cause we're like, the main goal, beside the competition and all prizes that we can sell after competition, is like...
If you're talking
Now
about
it's official.
if you're talking about
it's like,
Scotland,
it's putting Poland on the DJ map in the world. That's my mission in between all of this stuff. And we hear from all over the world, like people from Japan text me, or from US, or from Iceland even, you know, Polish DJs are good DJs. This the good message. Like Red Bull 3 Style final last year was in this year in Krakow, Poland. So everybody came to Poland. We showed our hospitality to them, showed them the Krakow, give them some good stuff, you know,
some nice shots.
Yeah, and it's like I'm proud to be in the crew, in our Polish DJ community, because I think we're doing the good job. We're positive guys and hardworking, and it's great that people starts to appreciate it. Like, you know, we're not Poland, like, this is the country near Russia, you have bears in Poland. Don't follow me, you know. It was like
12 months of winter, no sun.
No, that's not.
Yeah, I think I talked to a lot of some other people before now, and about their history and stuff, and I've heard from a lot of different people from different countries. It was like, first it was the goddamn Frenchies. They were beating us and all the things, like the Belgian guys, for example. They're like, it was always the French guys beating us. And then all of a sudden there was Rafik and Uncut. And then these Polish guys come out of nowhere.
It's going east.
They're like, this Polish guy's coming and just destroying everybody in all the battles. They're like, where do these guys come from? You know?
Where's the Poland?
Yeah.
We were close to like France and German scene.
Yeah.
Because we're close, like countries are
Yeah,
close.
yeah,
So for example, I watched almost only German and French DJs.
Yeah.
At the first time, I was like, I could sing to you like Uncut 2011 online DMC routine.
You know every little dot.
Yeah, it's dope scene, like very technical. The US scene is like more funky, but it's getting blended right now.
I see it for sure.
Yeah, because even watching me or Damien, like Damien also used to like cut really super fast. That's what you told me one day, and one day you realize that super fast scratching isn't enough, and you have to get funky. And the Americans got this like California laid back flow, you know. So it's good to combine this both. That's the mission also.
Yeah, so that covers a lot. I guess. What about the future? You know, what do you guys think? Like, you got anything coming up? You entering more battles? Vazee, you were talking about you had some motivation recently.
Yeah, of course. This competition kept me hungry. If you're second, if you're first, you might get lazy. If you're second, you have like in the back of your head, okay, you have to work a little more.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I thought I will not compete in mixed fader battle, and I will not compete in this battle, but I competed and it went pretty well. So Yeah, it's like you have to get this like punch in the face. Like just do it, just do it. Don't overthink it.
I don't know. Is there anything else we missed? Any shout outs to anybody we didn't talk about? Any big Polish dudes? I mean, we mentioned Eprom briefly there, but you know he's not here anyways. But that dude's insane.
Shout out
So
to the whole scratch community.
yeah.
From
Polska
Poland,
community.
Polish.
The Polish guys.
Not just
Come
Polish, the whole scratch
come to
community.
Poland.
Come to Poland.
Come to
Show your
Poland.
skills.
Come to Poland.
Come to Poland, IDA 2018.
Yeah.
It was final
If
December.
DJ PacOne with DJ Kostek and Pan Jaraz will participate in IDA 2018 this
Yes.
year in show category.
Oh really? That'll be a dope set.
You need to
We'll
make
be
the Polish
hungry
elimination
after
or
last
no?
year, because we're not really happy what we've done last year, so
Yeah.
we
Daddy
try our
always
best this
ready
year,
and
yeah.
son.
Daddy always ready.
Is there a date for? Yeah. Is there like? It's usually like December.
It's
like
December,
first week
but
of December.
I
or
remember
second week.
Yeah.
I think it's 8 of
Eight.
December.
Yeah.
Like in
Nice.
2012.
Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah. Nice. I guess that's it, boys.
Thank
Thanks for sitting
you.
through all that
Thank you, Eric.
and
Thanks,
spreading
It's a
the
pleasure,
spreading the
man.
stories. You know, it was dope. And I know it's getting hot in here. We could open up the windows and
Yeah.
go have a smoke or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, stop the recording then.
Zie je This is a mash. Walk it.
Hey, what's going on? I'm still recording, of course. I don't know what movie that is.
You didn't record?
No, I recorded.
Okay.
We'll mail you some translation, yeah?